Jason and I are sitting out in the garage freezing our butt off because it's really cold and snowing outside, which means it's really cold in here. When we run the heater, it'll stay like 70 degrees in here, but as soon as you shut that heater off, the temperature drops pretty fast because the garage door isn't insulated and it's a big, like 12 or 14 foot door. So it's cold in here again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're just going to do a real quick video, hopefully, to tell you guys where we're at. Some of the things that we've got done, obviously the motor's in the truck. And the motor is a 5.3 with the Richard Holdener low buck truck cam and BTR springs. And we went through and we lapped the valves and stuff and regasketed the whole thing, put a new oil pump O-ring in it, and basically just kind of freshened it up on a budget, right? Put some eBay head studs in it, just because we were there. What else? The transmission is an NV3500 5-speed out of an S10 with the internal slave. It has a new clutch in it, which is the Luke brand clutch in it, and for a Silverado, and also has a Silverado flywheel. Suspension's all stock for now. We're going to leave it stock for now. But we went through and we painted the frame from front to back, so it all looks pretty good under there. It actually looks real nice. Jay spent a lot of time underneath the truck with cleaners and wire wheels and power washers and stuff, so that all looks really good. I'm super proud of him for that. The truck is a 97. It's completely rust free, which is pretty good here in the Midwest, where they dump salt on literally everything. But look at the cab corners, that's all factory too. Nothing's been replaced. So really nice truck for the $500 that he spent on it. Let's see. We used the factory S10 crossmember, transmission crossmember, and also the factory S10 drive shaft is going to work. The exhaust is basically the cheapest headers you could get off of eBay that had V-band clamps, and they're the ones with the passenger side that makes the back header loop thing. So if you're looking for something that fits, those fit pretty decent. So credit to them. Let's see. For the intake, we're going to run a Silverado cold air intake modified to make that work. We're running a Corvette radiator. We cut the core support to fit it up in there, and we're going to run a 4 Taurus fan because if it's a Corvette radiator, like perfect. Am I forgetting anything? I think that's pretty well where we're at. But there's still a few things that we need to do to get the truck done. So what is that, Jace?
Clean up some wiring.
Yeah, under the hood we gotta loom some of the wires, and then we want to run a couple new grounds just so everything's copacetic. What else?
Wire the fuel pump.
Yeah, we're gonna run 10 gauge from the fuel pump sending unit into the cab where the fuel pump relay is, and then that'll all be controlled by the computer. So we're gonna basically everything for the wiring for the fuel pump will be 10 gauge, including the ground. What else?
Get the factory gauges installed.
Yeah, so we were gonna do some modifications to that and just run aftermarket gauges, but Jace decided he kind of wanted the truck to be a little bit more of a sleeper than that. So we're gonna make the factory gauges work, including the speedometer and everything. Let's see. In order to do that, the voltage gauge already works. The sending unit took a little work to get, but I think we got that now. As far as the coolant temperature, we're gonna run a stock T2 sending unit, and we're gonna run that up to the gauge. And the same thing with the oil pressure sending unit. Since the LS has the sending unit in the head on the driver's side, we're going to put the stock one in the passenger side, and that'll be good enough. And for the oil pump, we're going to tap into the side of the block, that little block off plate thing, and get our oil pressure from there. And we actually, what else?
Put aftermarket gauges in.
Yeah, so we weren't going to run aftermarket gauges, but Advanced Auto was running a really good deal on some Bosch gauges. They had like a 3-inch tachometer. It's kind of a cheapy one, but it was on sale for like $6. And that's going to be good enough for right now, just to kind of give us a general idea of what's happening. And then they had that little 3-gauge pod Bosch gauge set for like $17 or something, and so we're going to install those as well, just to kind of get an idea of where the temperature's at, I guess, right? I don't know. What else?
Put the cold air intake in.
Yeah, so we kind of started playing with that already. We're going to run a Silverado one, and it's going to, instead of going to the driver's side, it's going to kick off to the passenger side. But yeah, that's going to work out pretty nice, I think. We're thinking about wrapping that tube with some heat barrier stuff, but we'll see. What else?
Put the bed on.
Yeah, we got to throw the bed on. That'll only take a few minutes. One thing we didn't put on there was fuel lines. We still need to run the AN fuel lines, which that won't take very long either. We already got the stuff for that. We're going to run a PTFE from the fuel filter, like cab basically forward. What else?
Put this. Well, get the steering shaft.
Yeah, so the factory steering shaft, we would have to beat on the headers a little bit to get it to fit. So we're going to try to find a little bit slimmer of one, which I think one of the Jeep ones will work, and the second gens. I forget which one. So we're going to go to the junkyard, and he's going to try to find one that will work. What else?
Put the radiator in and the fan in.
Yeah, so radiators, the Corvette radiator, and the Taurus fan, because they fit, and they're pretty good. Once we modified the core support to accept the Corvette radiator, and the Taurus fan fits right on the Corvette radiator, so that's what we're going to do. We got brand new radiator hoses, and we just still got to grab some heater hoses yet. What else?
Clean up the interior.
Yeah, we cleaned it back in one of the previous videos, but we're probably going to pull all that out and maybe sound deaden the cab. We're going to see about that. And yeah, just basically clean everything, like steam clean it really, really good. So, you know, it's not in perfect shape, but it's not in that bad a shape either. It'll look decent enough. What else? Miscellaneous. Yeah, so this is basically buttoning everything up and putting it back on the wheels and tires. We got to put the drive shaft in. It's ready to go in, but we didn't tape the U-joint caps when we took the drive shaft out, so we lost one of them. And so it's probably a good idea to replace the U-joints. We should replace the front one too, but we're not going to for right now. But yeah, the truck's getting real close. So let's do a quick little walk around and show them some of the things that we've done. First, the paint. Oh, you can look all the way underneath there. It is all painted up, looking real good. I think you did a really good job. Don't pay attention to all the wiring right there because, yeah, we're working on that yet. Mainly that's just a fuel pump wire, but look at the frame. Doesn't the frame look good? Interior is in pieces because we were mainly testing things, but we'll put the gauge back in. The dash is all cracked up on this truck, so we're just going to put a cover on it until we can find one that's really nice. We still got to do something with the headliner. For right now, we're just going to sew that seat back together, but we'll probably find some nice looking seats for it. Replace the dash, probably replace the carpet. The computer is going to go inside the glove compartment because we wanted it inside, and that's really the only place that will fit. But so definitely need to work on the interior to get it up to par. Let's see. Engine bay. Still got some wiring that we need to tuck. We're going to keep some of this stuff for right now. The radiator is actually sitting in there. That's looking pretty good, and that fan covers it perfect. My buddy gave me the radiator, so thanks to him for that. We got to hook up power steering lines. That's another thing. Don't pay attention to the wiring right now. Marina battery, because that's the only one we have sitting around right now. But we got to clean up the engine bay a little bit. Install the grill. I think we should paint the grill black before we put it on. Also, the hood, the paint sucks on it too, so we'll probably repaint the hood. The whole truck needs repainted actually, but look at them cap corners and stuff. They all look good, don't they? Yeah, suspension and everything's painted. And here's a look at the exhaust. The welds look bad because we migged them with stainless flux core wiring. So there's an X pipe in there. Right in front of the X pipe, some catalytic converters, and then the one pipe shoots across the transmission, goes into the driver's side, another one goes up. So it's not equal length, but yeah, it's good enough, right?
Yeah.
I think it looks okay, except for the welds. If you don't look at the welds, it looks pretty good. But yeah, should we give them a little start?
Yeah.
About a 15-degree startup. All right, let's do that.